Perfect. All right, everybody. Hello, my name is Jill. Welcome to our BC Lung awesome pulmonary class to help you feel and get stronger and breathe with more ease. Just a quick couple safety reminders. Make sure you have a clear space around you so you don't step on or trip over anything. You should be in a sturdy chair, nothing with wheels, okay? And sturdy footwear is also really good, reduces your chance of slipping. So you're in good shoes, not slippers or any kind of slip-ons. Socks are usually fairly slippery, so bare feet or shoes are best. And then remember, this is your class. For some of you, this is your first class. For some of you, you've been doing this for a year now. You're at different levels. So you go at your own pace, and that is awesome. No competing with each other or trying to keep up. It's just all about going at your own pace and doing what you can today. Okay. All right. So, and this is a virtual class. So if there's any noise on your end, please mute. Otherwise, we can all hear it. So even if you think you just are going to whisper a question to somebody in the other room, we can hear it. So please put yourself on mute if you need to make any sound, okay? So let's start with our deep breath to get us used to our breathing pattern that I want you to maintain as best you can. You can go ahead and put a hand on your belly just to help you feel it, but breathing in steadily. And then breathing out through pursed lips. I've started telling people to breathe out or to blow out 30 birthday candles. All 30 of them in one go. Breathe in and breathe out those birthday candles. Kind of helps you get that pushing out, that steady exhale. Breathing in and out. Good. Again, once more, think about filling up that belly and out through pursed lips. Now maintain that pursed lip exhale. So keep it going even without my cueing. And we're going to start, let's reach that arm across our body and back. So again, stay in that breathing pattern. Keep breathing out through pursed lips, and one hand is reaching across your body at a time. Perfect. Now, if you'd like to add to the challenge just a little bit, help get warmed up, and it feels coordinated enough, feel free to lift and lower your heels at the same time. Excellent. So maintain that breathing pattern, everybody. Breathing out through pursed lips. Remember that helps get more air out of your lungs, the air that you've kind of used up, and it has more room for new air coming in. That's the simple way of thinking about it. Now we're going to add the challenge here: across, open, open, across, open, open, across, open, open, across, open, open. Brilliant. And again, feel free if you want to keep lifting your heels up and down. That is going to make it more challenging. That is going to, you're moving more muscles at the same time. That's one of our ways to increase or decrease intensity. Good. Remember that breathing pattern. We're still breathing out through pursed lips. Remember to go at your own pace. If you're just starting out, maybe only do 10, and then you stop and rest, and then come back when you feel recovered. Now, across, out, out, forwards, across, across, out, out, forwards, across, across, out, out, forwards. And we're still breathing. We're still maintaining our breathing pattern. Oh, this is so much fun already, team. Remember, go at your own pace. The faster you go, the harder this is going to be, both from a breathing standpoint and from a brain standpoint. Across, across, out, out, forwards. Across, across, out, out, forwards. And shake it out. Well done. That was what?
That was fun.
Yeah, wasn't it? Well, we've gotten the arms work really hard to start. So now let's focus on warming up those legs. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna reach a foot forward, point your toe away from you and tap your toe to the ground and back. So it's reach out, tap the toe, bring it back. Reach out, tap the toe, bring it back. Reach out with the toe, bring it back. So I want you feeling that little bit of a stretch down your shin, the front of your lower leg. Stretch that toe away from you. Make sure, really try to keep your upper body still. Try not to get into leaning forwards and backwards as we move. Keep it still, just the legs are moving, one at a time. Excellent. Okay, now pull your toes up and touch your heel forward, but pulling those toes towards you. Now you should be getting almost a little bit of a stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Maintain your breathing pattern. I was about to say happy March to everybody, but then I realized I'm jumping the gun. I have to wait till Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Already. What was the end outcome with the gopher this year? Or the groundhog, not the gopher.
Canada, where you were.
Supposed to be early spring. Here.
I don't know if I believe that.
So.
No,
I know.
All right, gang, now it's toe, heel, alternate. 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 Good. Maintain that breathing pattern the whole time. Good. Toe, heel, alternate. Toe, heel, alternate. Toe, heel, alternate. Toe, heel, alternate. Toe, heel. Good. Now shake it out. We're going to change the pattern. Now I want you stepping out to the side and back in, out to the side and back in. Good. And again, upper body is up tall, trying to stay still. So it's just the legs working. You can have your hands wherever is comfortable, on your hips, loose by your side, straight out, wherever you would like. All right, now we're going to tap twice each foot. So it's 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch, 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 1, 2, switch. There we go. So stepping twice out to the side, maintaining your breathing pattern. Make sure we're breathing out through pursed lips. Excellent. All right, now 1, 2, forward, switch. 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 Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Remember to go within your capacity today. So go at your own pace. This is your exercise class. Excellent. And rest. Shake out those legs. Well done, everybody. How are we feeling?
Good.
Good.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Whether you're seated or standing, I want you to think about clenching your glutes tight. And those glute muscles are those bum muscles that help you walk and move around and stay balanced. So clench them tight, hold it as best you can. Make sure you're continuously breathing. And we're just going to start moving your arms. Okay, so we're going to say that this is level 1. And then when we go up to level 2, see if you can either make the movement a little bit larger or go a little bit faster. So remember, there's a couple different ways to increase intensity. Maybe if you're just moving one arm at a time, kind of 2 or 3 times, and then switching, then your level 2 can be moving both arms at the same time. Because remember, the more limbs moving at once, the more intense it is. Now, if we go to our level 3, maybe you're reaching one arm out at a time now. Maybe you're furiously pumping your arms. Okay, but again, find what is a more intense movement for you, not for anybody else, and then back down to your level 1. So again, maybe you're just pumping one arm a couple times and then switching arms. Maybe you're bending just from the elbow, and maybe you're swinging at a casual for you pace. And level 2. Good, so maybe you increase the range of motion. Again, if you've got a sore shoulder though, don't extend that arm way out in front of you to where it hurts. Keep it a little bit tighter. And level 3. Good. And level 1. So now that we've kind of got an understanding of what's going on, we're just going to go from level 1 to 2 to 3 and then back down to 1. We're going to do that just a couple times. The goal with your glutes is as we start going more intense, it's easier to allow our body to sway side to side. I want you to prevent that. And one of the best ways to help prevent that is tightening your glutes. So I want you to think, the more intensely we move, the tighter you clench your glutes, as long as you're still maintaining a steady breathing pattern. Because anytime we tighten and hold a muscle, our body likes to try to get us to hold our breath. Don't listen to it. Maintain a steady breath. Level 2. Good. Maintain that breathing pattern. Level 3. Again, moving our most intense out of the 3. Clench those glutes tight. Maintain your breath and back down to level 1. Now, at this point, if you're feeling puffed, I want your level 1 to be getting into your recovery position, which is either bent over on your forearms or your hands. Keep your chest up and really focus on your recovery breathing. Okay, so if this is your level 1, focus on your breath, actually recover. Make sure we're breathing out through pursed lips. And even if you're still moving for your level 1, I do still need you focusing on that pursed lip exhale. Don't blow out 1 candle, blow out 30 of them. All right. Now, if you're ready, we're going to go to your level 2. And if that recovery, again, your level 2 is different than others, and that's okay. So again, maybe now it's just moving 1 arm at a time. Maybe it's moving both, but keeping the motion just a little bit smaller. Okay, whatever feels best for you. Find that line. Remember our motto, it's challenging, but doable, meaning it's tough to do. You feel like you have to push yourself harder than you do when you're just kind of around your house, doing activities that you do every day. It's harder than that, but it's still, you can do it. You can do it without straining yourself. Level 3. Excellent. Maintain that breathing pattern. Then back to your level 1, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe it's just recovery position and breathing. It's interesting because I had this same talk about intensity with one of my athletes this week. And this athlete is still in high school and is about 5 months post ACL surgery.
Oh,
And they're eager to get back at it. And we had to have a talk about intensity. And I said, listen, your teammates who have not had surgery, their maximum effort is a full sprint. What you have to remember is your body is not capable of that yet. So your maximum effort is more like your 70% speed. So keeping that in mind, even though we're not doing what your body used to be able to do, and we're working back to it, the intensity is relative. So I want you all to remember that for yourself. Intensity is relative. It's about perception. It's about fitness level. It's about health conditions. It's about where you are at today. Base it off of where you're at right now, and you're going to improve a lot more than trying to push yourself to what you think you should be, or comparing to where someone else is at, or comparing to where you used to be at. You got to look at just today. Look at today. Look at how you are right now. You're doing great. Now, rest there. And again, find that recovery position as needed. A sip of water is a great idea at this point. And then that object that I got you to grab, and whatever you had available, whether it's a rolled up towel, whether it's a fancy yoga block, or whether it's a shoebox or a book, we're going to place that object just down between your feet. Now, if you are choosing to do these exercises standing, this one is very important that you really go slower than you think you need to and be conscientious and really have balance support close by. Okay? because we're going to be doing some coordination with our feet now and our depth perception, which is challenging. Okay, so I've put the object between my feet. Can you all see that?
Yep.
It's visible. Good. Okay. Again, I can't always tell what you can see because I choose to look at all your wonderful faces instead of mine. I see mine enough. So with the object between your feet, the first thing we're going to do is I want you to touch your foot up and back down. So it's a touch down, touch down, touch down. If you want to keep your feet moving or your arms moving, sorry, you can. If you want to hold them by your side, you can. Good. So we're getting a greater range of motion, right? Lifting our foot up higher than we would just stepping in place and working on that depth perception. So again, you can only do 5 to 10 and then you need a rest. Great. Do what is challenging yet doable for you today. And we're going to quickly start increasing the challenge. So, are you ready?
Ready.
I always appreciate the quiet, honest no's. You ready? No.
No.
Touch. Touch forward. Touch back. Reset. So think about touch up. Touch forwards. Bring it back. Touch down. Now, if you feel like you are overextending to touch it forwards, I don't want that. So you have two options. You can either bring the block a little bit more underneath your body while still having it comfortably able to step up on, or I just want you to gently kick your foot away from you, bring it back. So again, if touching out forward, if that's too much of a stretch, I don't want anyone tugging through their lower back, then just kick and back. Okay, so touch, 2, 3, 4. 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 Now again, remember, breathing pattern. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. If at any point you have any questions about the exercise, please ask. I am here to help you as best I can.
Are you able to show us that standing up? Or does that hurt your leg?
So standing up, you really got to make sure you're staying balanced and you're not putting weight on that object. This way it's a touch, a touch, touch, back, step. Touch, touch, back, step. Touch,
Here.
touch, touch, step. Okay, so again, you're just touching that foot. That's where the coordination comes in. That's where I really want you to have balance support close by. So if you start to lose balance, rather than having to put all your weight back down on that foot, you've got something to grab onto. And then that also prevents you from kind of turning your ankle over, right? So stay balanced and just touch. Pretend you're just touching the hot water, testing it out. Okay. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't quite getting it. That's good.
No problem at all. Questions are awesome, especially about the exercises. Good. Okay, team. So now, shake it out. Now I want you to get your feet out wide. And now what the goal is I want you to bend forward if you can. Now, Two quick things. The first thing is the movement needs to come from your hips and not your back. So that means when we bend forward, I get your knees out wide because then it's easier to not use your lower back, no matter how far forward I bend. So about there is where my hips start getting really tight, and to go further, I would have to round through my back. I don't want that. All the movement should come just through the hips. Okay. Two, especially if you've got osteoporosis in your spine, or really quite advanced degeneration there, go even slower and just kind of shift forward in your seat while keeping that straight back. Okay, so still get that little bit of that rocking forward movement, but just be cautious that there's no movement happening at your spine. Okay, so that being said, if you can, down, can you touch on one side of the object? And again, go to what you can. If you've got something that can adjust how it's standing, you can put it up higher. Okay, so touch. And see how I'm kind of just reaching across. So it's not on the same side, it's reaching on the opposite side, but there's no twisting happening. It's just very gentle, just getting that movement pattern of, okay, if I have to bend forward, I want the movement coming through my hips. And if that object is way too low, focus on your knee. Can you reach forward with a straight arm to touch just below your knee? Good. We're going slow. We're maintaining our breathing. And again, doing it standing, it's all about keeping that back straight. Keep your chest up. Don't let yourself kind of tuck down. That's going to flex your spine. We want to practice keeping that straight back, making our hips do all the work. Good. Helpful to breathe out as you come back up, to feel like you're pushing through your feet. And rest there. Good work, everybody.
When doing that, should you just be looking ahead or actually looking up?
That's a great clarification. I want you looking ahead.
Okay.
Because you're absolutely right. When you're bent forward, I don't want you trying to look up to the ceiling. That can be really hard on the neck and can make it sore, right? I just want you looking kind of straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Now, put the block back down. And this time, you're going to put it a little bit in front of you. You're going to sit at the edge of your seat. Good. So your toes should comfortably be behind the object. And I want you to do one of two things. You're either lifting up to touch your heel and bring it back down, or you are lifting over and back. Touch over and back. And if you are choosing to do this standing with balance support close by, make sure you're not stepping forward. It's still a balance exercise. Yes, you can bend that knee a little bit, but you're touching and then bringing it back. Not a step forward, it's a touch forward. Touch forward. Good. Touch forward. Good work, everybody. Okay, keep breathing out through pursed lips. Good work, everybody. So touching over and back. So everything's just a little bit harder when you're working with an object. Now there's a target. Good. And rest. Okay, so now bring it back. If you can put it on a narrower edge, I would change it. Otherwise, no problem. Keep it the way it is. But here's what's going to happen. We're going to step over it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Maintain that breathing pattern. Make sure you're going at your own pace. Good. And whether you're seated or standing, think about keeping your upper body tall and strong. So tightening up that core. Like someone's about to slap you in the belly, you tense up, you tighten up. There we go. Great job, everybody. Now, if you want to make it harder, push your arms out in front of you as you're stepping.
Oh,
Again, that's quite a coordination challenge.
really bad for me.
It needs practice. It will get better. There we go, team. And rest. Good work. Very, very good. Again, get into that recovery position as needed. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Well, good. That was 4 of you.
Good.
You can always give me a little wave too, if you're feeling good, but don't want to put your microphone on. If you've got your microphone off and your video off, then we're kind of hooped. I have no idea.
What category would be in?
That would be 2 thumbs up.
Good one.
Yeah. One, as soon as I get, 20 of those responses, I get a reward.
What is it?
I don't know. I haven't gotten those yet.
You haven't qualified.
I'm only at 18.
A new whip.
I need 2 more.
What?
I know. I know.
How many is there of us?
More
Today
than
is
20.
43.
I should be in a good spot.
Go for the gold level. You get the cattle prod.
Oh, that could be fun. All right, team, grab your object. Gonna do something a little bit different here.
Oh, now be nice.
No, I'm 2 away. 2. Okay, it doesn't matter what your object is, because all I want is for you to be able to hold on to it and for it to be small enough that you can move it around your body without it being super, super in the way. Okay. So what's going to happen is you're going to take the object and you have one of two things you can do. You're either going to lift it up, and actually I'll turn sideways for this so you can see what the movement is. It's going up and behind, so almost like you're trying to touch the object to your upper back and then back down. Or can you get it up just above your forehead and back down? Good. So whatever feels best for you. And the reason I don't have you using your weight for this is because I really want you to focus on the mobility, meaning I want your head to stay completely still. What likes to happen is the head likes to poke forward as we get over. I don't want that to happen. If it's too tight to move your arms further back while keeping your head still, then that's your limit. Don't try to push past further than that. We're just trying to work those shoulders. The other thing is most of us have our elbows flared out, and I really want you to try to keep them tucked in. As soon as you try to tuck those elbows in a little bit more, you should feel more of a pull or tightening in the back of your shoulders.
Yes.
That's good. That's very good. There we go, team.
I feel the pull in front, not behind.
Yep, because it's getting like at the front of
Yeah.
your shoulder.
Right.
It's not sore though, is it?
Oh, a bit.
Little bit?
Yep.
Okay, don't let it get more sore. Some of that is a stretch, but if we push too hard into stretches where it's straining, it can make that tendon grumpy.
Oh, okay.
So just keep the elbows tucked in, aim for that little bit of a stretch, but don't go to where it's sore. Yeah. And rest. Good work, team. Now you're going to take the object and we're going to put it between your knees. Now from here, this is a 3-part movement. Part number 1 is tightening your glutes. Part number 2 is pushing your knees together. And part 3 is lifting up the heels and then lowering back down. As soon as you bring the heels back down, everything can relax, except don't relax to the point where that falls. Got to keep it engaged enough that it stays there. Okay. And then we're going to do it all over again. So remember, glutes tighten, knees push together, heels raise and lower. Now, the breathing pattern for this one is to breathe out as you pull your knees together. That's really key. You don't want to be caught holding your breath for that. So breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in as you relax.
Over.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. So glutes tighten, knees push together, heels raise and then lower, and then relax. So glutes, squeeze, lift, down, relax. Good. Well done, team. Glutes, squeeze, up, down. Maintain that breathing pattern the whole time. Oh, squeeze, lift, lower, relax. Squeeze, lift, lower, relax. Squeeze, lift, lower, relax. Squeeze, lift, lower, relax, and shake it out. Woo, that feels like Jello now. Legs are going woo, woo, woo. All right, team. Now, you're either going to lift one heel at a time, or lift both heels, or march. With your object, you're going to hold it down by your side, up, switch hands. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have a little game. Again, do what is challenging but doable for you. Now, if I say down, you're gonna touch the object to your knees, bring it back, and then continue. If I say up, raise it overhead, and then continue. Again, if a full extension overhead is sore, just go part way. Go to what's challenging but doable. Don't try to go to pain. All right. So we got the two signals.
Yep.
Good. So let's practice them together. Down. There we go. Up. Good. Down. Up. Good. So that's getting a little bit easier. Up. Up. Down. Up. Down. Pause. Okay, I'm going to add two more.
Oh, what? No,
Of
wait.
course you are.
If
You
I
didn't
say
Simon Says.
that doesn't count. Now, if I say double time, 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. When I say regular, or no, I'll just say alternate. That's better. Alternate is just 1. Double time is 2. Okay, so getting the practice here. Double time is 2. Alternate. Double time. And if you would much rather use your weight for this one, you can. Alternate. Oh. Down. Double time. Up. Good. Down. Alternate. And rest. This one we might need the recovery position for even more. Good work, team. How was that?
Good.
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 Very good.
Got your brain thinking. That's a fun one. Who knew you can just pick up anything in your household and do exercise with it?
So when do we start tapping our head and rubbing our belly?
That's next week's session.
Okay.
I'm gonna start using a bag of chips.
Oh boy. Is the chip bag gonna get lighter and lighter throughout the class? Nice. That's usually what happens when people use a water bottle. I did a Zoom strength class with a couple soccer players, and the one player grabbed a watering can. And I'm watching them exercise and move with it, and I'm going, hey, there's no water in that watering can. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. I go, prove it. Pour some out. They move it off screen and pour some and bring it back. And I go, that's empty. I was right. All right, team, we're gonna do one last thing. You're welcome to put the object away. Actually, no. Grab that object. If it's something you can put a bit of weight on, I'm going to turn this sideways. It's always dangerous when I get ideas during the end of class. You're going to put the object behind you.
And what?
And it doesn't matter how close you are to the back of the chair as long as you have this object. Now, we're going to gently push back against the object. And if you don't have an object, just use the back of your chair. Push back against the object, 1, 2, 3, and then again, relax, but don't relax so much that the object falls, okay? Push, 1, 2, 3, relax. Push, 1, 2, 3, relax. And again, push on an exhale. Ready? Breathe in, breathe out and push. 1, 2, 3. Relax. And if that 3 seconds is too long for your exhale, then you need to not push for as long. Okay, so go within your capacity. Push, hold, and relax. Push, hold, relax. Keep your body up tall. Don't allow it to slump. Push, hold, relax. Push, hold, relax. Push, hold, relax. Push, hold, and fully relax. Remove that object. Okay, where did you feel that? Nowhere?
Nowhere. Oh,
You didn't feel it at all?
Yeah,
Glutes.
Not really.
were we supposed to?
I feel it in my upper back.
Everyone
But
put a
then I
hand on
have
your
a-
belly. But you've got, sorry, you
Pardon?
felt it in your
Oh,
upper back?
My upper back, but I have back problems, so.
Well, that's not good. You don't want to feel things where you have problems.
Oh, okay.
Let me know and I can always adjust things.
Yeah.
But put a hand on your belly. Now, you have 2 options. One, you can either just lightly, very lightly, just kind of slap your belly and feel your core muscles kind of tighten up in response. Or you can fake a laugh. Ha ha. And when you do that, you should feel some muscles tighten up.
Yeah.
Even a fake laugh works. You should feel that tightening happen,
Yeah, you do.
right?
Yeah.
Now, can you make that tightening happen without the fake laugh? And then relax it. Tighten it, relax it. Tighten it, relax it. And it doesn't, don't be trying to strain and tighten as hard as you can. Don't do that. Just, can you activate and relax. Activate and relax.
Yeah. Works better when you laugh.
Yeah. Part of that is because when you laugh, it goes through a stronger contraction to help you support it's what you're feeling is that diaphragm contracting and kicking in, which helps your core muscles also engage. Same thing when you cough. But I didn't want to ask you to cough. That could be all kinds of trouble. So if you grab your object again and put it behind you, and now push back again, but this time when you push back and breathe out at the same time, can you tighten?
Yes.
And it should make it a little bit easier to tighten here versus when there was no object.
Yeah, you're right.
Excellent. That's all the validation I needed. I'm good for the next month.
Okay. Right on.
So good thing to practice is because now that you're actually trying to push against something, you're getting your core muscles to help you out, and it can be a way to help you learn how to engage those core muscles without fake laughing.
Okay, good.
Now, if you feel it in your upper back, a couple things could be happening. You could either be rounding slightly to try to push. If it's already aggravated, you might be a little too far away from the chair, so you're leaned too far back. But if you feel it in a not good way, then what you can just practice is trying to contract and relax on your own. And again, don't strain. You can practice just little contractions and relax. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll put this object away. It is time to stretch. And I want to make sure you all have a chance to ask questions, because that is what stretch time is perfect for. Feel free to lift up an elbow, gently push it back. Any questions, team?
I got very quiet.
Yeah. As soon as I say you can talk, you don't want to. Switch sides.
Don't tell me what kind of day to have.
Well, I hope you have a great one.
Always do.
That's wonderful. And relax.
Coming along.
My knee,
Yeah.
it is coming along. It's getting better. It still has grumpy days.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be pushing really hard on getting my full range of motion back,
Right.
so that it doesn't stiffen up. That's a really important thing to do after any sort of surgery on your joints, is to get the range of motion back before it stiffens and locks up. But it doesn't like it. It has to do it, but it doesn't like it.
It's important.
That's right. Switch sides.
You
Yeah,
should
but it's
take an
getting
exercise
stronger.
Did you hear
I
that?
should take an exercise class. Only if you teach it though.
Oh dear.
I used to work at the YMCA as a personal trainer, and once a year we would do a charity event called Revenge on the Trainers. And everyone, for a donation, because again it was all about raising money for financial assistance of different community programs, they would get to donate money to write an exercise on a little ballot. And then on the day of the event, all the members would gather around and would take turns pulling a ballot out and reading out the exercise that all the trainers got to do. Some would bring chairs and popcorn. Some would take photos. Lots would laugh and heckle.
That's good.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Turn in your chair, get that leg back. You know, I told you that, but don't get any ideas. There we go.
We'll have a little
And-
chat with the facilitator.
Yeah. My rule is if I had to do that, so would she. Well done, everybody. Did everyone feel good about today? Any aches
Yeah.
and pains that I
Yes,
need to know about?
You bet.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You.
Perfect.
Ask us tomorrow.
Deal.
We'll
Deal.
yeah,
I'll
we'll
do
all be
that.
a
Cramp
bit
in
sore
one-
tomorrow.
Who's got a
I don't-
cramp?
I've got a cramp in one leg already
Uh-oh, whereabouts? The top of the thigh, at the back of the thigh?
at the
in
back of
calf?
the thigh.
In the back of the thigh?
Yeah,
Have you been drinking water?
yes,
Enough water?
no,
Start with that. Gently get into this stretch again.
okay,
And if you've got a rolling pin at home, you can gently get it underneath your leg and roll it out like a bit of a massage.
mhm,
Okay. Now,
Okay.
just to finish off, team, I'd like to invite you all to take 2 deep breaths. Feel free to keep a hand just on your belly, or you can open up your hands on the inhale and then the exhale. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it out. Pat yourself on the back. Great job today, everybody. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Jill.
for coming on.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Jill.
Maureen.